Hello, my beautiful golden viewers of gold. Please allow me to say this again. Whatever we are waiting for, peace of mind, joy, contentment, happiness, and the inner awareness of simple abundance, they will surely come to us, but only if we are willing to receive them with open and grateful heart. As always, you will be appreciated, you will be educated, you will be empowered, you will be inspired because you are loved. Are you ready to go for gold? If you're ready and I'm ready, let's go for gold.
To really succeed, you need to take a risk. And in that particular case, I decided to take a risk.
There's always a solution. So don't look at life like this is the end for me.
So for those of you in the darkness of a cave where you can't even see the light, there is a way out.
My golden viewers of gold, do you know it is not because people win that they're called champions? It is because they are champions that they must win. And without any iota of doubt, things are rough, but be strong, because the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in the moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Our golden champion of the day is here. Be inspired to go for gold. If you want to be a champion, listen to our golden champion of the day. On gold, we believe greatness can rise from anywhere. Our champion today didn't inherit opportunity, he created it. Through resilience, faith, and relentless determination, he transformed limitation into legacy. This is not just an interview, it is a testimony. Our champion is gifted, talented, and kind. As the founder and the CEO of Omar Solutions, he's found the solution on how to connect us all through the spirit of Ubuntu. Be inspired and go for gold.
Hi, my name is Orefile from Omar Solutions. I am the CEO, and welcome to Gold. A difficult moment in time was when I had to go to boarding school in KZN. And that taught me how to be independent. It was quite rough knowing that you're away from your comfort zone, but it taught me a bit about life and how you need to stand on your own, you need to adapt, and you need to survive in this world and thrive. What encouraged me to start the business was actually my father. He was my role model and still is my role model in terms of creating employment and truly being in the business sector. So what encouraged me about that was the fact that even though it's a tough economic plane, it just showed me that, you know what, for you to really succeed, you need to take a risk. And in that particular case, I decided to take a risk and see how this pans out itself. And through the struggles and successes, you find that it's a cycle itself. And that's what keeps you going and keeps you encouraged to carry on, to say that, you know what, this particular cycle of ups and downs throughout business really pushes you to go through. And through that, I thought in life you need to go towards things that give you pain so that you can truly grow. So in that particular case, the most painful thing is the most growth where I'll experience. In the case of actually going through and carrying on with business or even starting ahead, one thing you need to know is that it won't be easy and that you need to have a purpose for your particular business itself, or a purpose or a compass in life that will keep you grounded in your most difficult times. Because you know that with the faith that you have through what you do, whether you're religious or not, the faith that you have through what you do is what keeps you grounded and what keeps you going on through the toughest of times. So in that particular case, if you're thinking of starting, just know that it will be scary. However, you just know that whatever you do, have 100% belief in it, and you will realize your best self along with the impact that you can truly give as well. So that's what I tell people, to be inspired especially within business as well. What I'm happy about in South Africa specifically is our culture of Ubuntu, and I wish this carries on due to the fact that this encourages people to be collaborative and truly get together to achieve anything in life itself. And that culture actually keeps us going and what makes us different as well. That's something I wish carries on not only in South Africa, but affects the world at large. That's why everywhere you go, you should show how South African you are through your Ubuntu as well, because we are who we are because of others. To the people that are not practicing Ubuntu, I think you're doing a disservice not only to others, but to yourself, truly. Because if we can't grow each other and we're always tearing each other down, where will that end up? It would end up in a place where we have more than enough inequality as well. We have cases where, you know what, one person moves on and the other just stays behind. In that aspect, are we truly giving an impact on others if we are not building each other? In that particular case, I would like them to think about it, to say, are we building each other or are we destroying each other? I do have a favorite quote. I've had it for a while now. And this was ever since I was about 7 years old, where I got my first Nike shoe. And it said, just do it, you know. And that inspired me to say, "Oh, just do it." That's as simple as it is. No matter what you're facing, it truly means just do it itself. Whether you're scared, whether you're happy, no matter how you're feeling, just get it done. Just do it itself. So that's how I live by it, to say, just do it itself. No matter what it is, if you have that gut feeling and you know this is aligned to your purpose, just do it. The biggest turnaround that we've had was actually last year, where we thought we had the contract with Metro Fiber, which is one of the biggest ISPs or internet service providers in South Africa, right? And because they had told us the truth that this is not going to work, it actually became our biggest blessing, because through that, we were able to formulate something, a business model that was able to work, that we currently use now itself, right? And that taught us to say, not every idea is particularly valid itself. You need to reflect, revise, and move on from there. Because in an ever-changing world, we need to be adaptable as well. So in terms of Gold, first and foremost, I think they are doing very well by being able to reach 4 seasons already. Not many production companies have actually reached that level itself. And in terms of it being something that they carry on with, I think that because of the purpose of inspiring people and truly giving inspiration to those that are misled itself, the impact is already felt in that particular aspect. And that, you know what, through them working on the purpose, others will join at a particular time to see that vision that they also see as well. In my opinion on whether you need to work for yourself or you need to work for a company in corporate would be to say you need to know yourself as much as possible. Once you determine who you are, you can determine the path that you choose to take. And you have to learn the truth about yourself, and that will be the guiding compass as to what do you choose between working for yourself and working for another person. And there's no right or wrong answer. At the end of the day, we both contribute to the different countries and the world at large.
Listen to me, my beautiful people with beautiful souls. Fear only means one thing to me: face everything and rise. But unfortunately, to some, fear only means face everything and run. The choice is yours. Let us go for a short and inspiring break on Gold, and when we come back, we will face everything and rise. My beautiful people of the world, if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, please help somebody. Let your heart be golden. Help somebody today, tomorrow, and always.
Hi, my name is Tara Williams, and I'm the CEO of 1,000 Days of Grace Foundation, and I'm grateful to be here on Gold. So two of our major projects that we do is we run a full lactation program and a full doula support program at Rahima Musa, which is a mother and child hospital in Coronationville in Johannesburg. So what we do there is the lactation program is an in-hospital breastfeeding support program where we have breastfeeding counselors and lactation consultants working together to support women from when they are pregnant, to educate them in terms of breastfeeding. We then go on to support them in birth through the second project, which is the doula project, that maybe I should start also with saying what a doula is. So a doula is emotional and physical support in labor for women. So in women's most vulnerable space in life where they're going through birth, a doula is there to support them. And a doula is there to hold their hand and tell them that this experience that they're going through now that is extremely scary and that is overwhelming for them is actually manageable, and that they've got someone in their corner who's there to help them. So that's where the doula program fits into the lactation program. So we then support the woman through her birth. After she gives birth, the lactation program takes over again, and that program now supports the breastfeeding from when baby is born all the way until the baby is 2 years, because the recommendation for breastfeeding is to feed with the breast up until 6 months exclusively, and then after 6 months to add complementary foods and to then continue breastfeeding for up to 2 years or beyond. So if you're watching right now and you want to help humanity and you want to make a difference in the world, you don't need to do it alone. You don't need to recreate the wheel. There is so much collaboration that you can do. It's hard to run your own NGO because there's admin behind it. There's all of these complexities that needs to be done on a daily basis. So if you do not want to incur all of that, but you still want to help in the world, there are organizations for that. You know, there is the Rotary Clubs, there is coming to our organization, coming to other organizations and saying, can I volunteer my time? You know, can I be of service to this organization? And that's important, you know, that little step you are taking towards the people you want to serve. So 4 keys to success that I follow is firstly prayer. That is the main basis of everything. And that's really your foundation that's going to set you up for the impossible, right? Is from God who can do the impossible. And we are unable to do the impossible. So your base is always going to be prayer. Secondly, do the work. You know, do the work is important. And that means show up. Show up every day. Work, you know, strive towards that goal that you have in your life. Thirdly, I would say take care of yourself, because you can't give from an empty cup. You can only give from the overflow of what you have within you. And then lastly, having the resilience to continue. That with any setback that you experience, whether it's in life, in your NGO, or in anything else, that you continue, that you push through, that you know that it's just another day and it's going to be okay. We're going to get there. So if you are going through something in your life, I want to tell you that we go from glory to glory and we really live in that state. You may be in a space that is very dark right now, or a space that you feel like you can't get out of. But if we use the steps to success, if we use prayer, if we show up for ourselves, if we do the work, you know, in terms of self-development, in terms of motivation, in terms of meditation, in terms of writing, journaling, there's always a solution. So don't look at life like this is the end for me. and there's nothing beyond this. So who you are today is not a true reflection of who you are going to be tomorrow.
This is to all my people with an empire state of mind. That means an unstoppable state of mind. Remember, nothing good comes easy. The tougher the battle, the sweeter the victory. You're not the first person to go through whatever challenges you may be going through. So be inspired by their stories and be assured that you too can be great, that you too can be healthy, that you too can be wealthy. Be inspired by the golden nugget of the day.
My name is Alison Meyer. Some people know me as Mama Gold. And my golden nugget for today is this. I spent most of my life in doubt, always worrying, what do other people think, always second guessing myself. And I realized that I'd been the eternal student of self-development, sitting in the wings of other people's stadiums. And it's easy to critique and look from the sidelines. It's easy when you're not the one in the arena. And then I realized that true contribution meant stepping into the arena, fighting my fears and stepping into faith. And I realized that when I got into that arena, the person that I was facing was not another gladiator, but the old version of who I used to be. And so now that's the battle I walk every day. But it gets easier because the more you step into the courage, courage grows and courage builds. And the people in the stadium are finally cheering you on for that old version of yourself you are slaying every single day. So for those of you in the darkness of a cave where you can't even see the light, there is a way out. And at the other side of the cave might be your greatest moment ever. I'll see you next time on Golden Nuggets.
The only way one can measure one's success is by how many people one has helped. How many people have you helped? How many people are you willing to help? Think about it. Here is one of my favorite Dalai Lama's quote. It says, "A prime purpose in life is to help others, but if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them." Let us go for another beautiful break on gold. We are certainly coming back. Keep it here and keep it golden. Choose a purpose that is impossible ordinarily. My story is a freedom song of struggle. It's about finding one's purpose, how to overcome fear, and to stand up for causes bigger than one's self. Coretta King's message. Dream big, work hard, don't settle for less, and go for it like our golden champion of the day. And if you want to be successful, here is the trick of the trade from our golden champion of the day.
Some of the skills, or the most important skills that an entrepreneur should have, is something we call EQ, where you truly are a people's person. I know there are introverts who are entrepreneurs. However, they do also realize that relationships are everything. You know, people don't buy products or services. They buy people at the end of the day. So if you're the type of person that can sell a pen to a cat, you can pretty much do anything. So in that particular case, that's what I think is the most important skill in business, and truly to have grit and truly have resilience through it all, because there will be difficult times. That's a guarantee, but just know there will be successes as well. The third and last skill that I think is important is being adaptable, because you truly need to be flexible according to your environment as well. And in that particular case, you can fit in almost any environment. Being adaptable is so important itself. So in terms of people being born with a go-getter attitude, or something that you can attain throughout life, I think it's a combination of the two. Because if you are inspired or feel something so great that it pulls you towards it, that's what will create that go-getter attitude. It could be in any type of situation, or event that happens itself. But truly, I do think that it's a combination of the two. You can truly be born with it, that you are attracted to the things that give you that go-getter attitude, or you are sort of adapted to it as life carries on, as you deal with different challenges and successes. And that's what I think, creates that go-getter attitude. Success to me is doing what you promised yourself. I think it's truly honoring what you have chosen for yourself, or whatever task you've put in front of yourself. It could be a small thing or big thing, but being able to keep the promises that you have actually made for yourself can be applicable in any particular instance. You say you're going to get that car, you get it done. That's an honor that you have done for yourself. You go out and impact many people in Kenya, for example. And once you do that, you are honoring yourself and others as well. So in any particular aspect, as long as you honor yourself, I believe that means you are successful. The four aspects which I believe are an ingredient to success. The first one is having a purpose itself. Once you have a purpose, you have a campus, and you're able to guide and move on to what you gravitate towards. The second thing would be to be a reliable person. Once you are reliable, once you're on time, once you can get the job done, you are able to be a person of value itself. The third thing that I would put as another word or a phrase would be to get the job done itself. It's important to complete things 100%. In most cases, we do 50% of something. If you're a jack of all trades and a master of none, you essentially don't complete much in your life. And it's important that you get things done. The last thing would be to seek wisdom, not only knowledge, but wisdom truly. And that is what will truly put you in a position where you're able to move in a way where you can find successes and go through some challenges as well, and truly seek knowledge and make it applicable in any type of situation. So the first book I would recommend is The Secret. That is a book that will truly teach you how to articulate yourself, how to attract what you truly want in your life, and how to achieve your largest dreams itself. And the reason why I recommend that book is because it changed my life as well. For me to achieve all the things that I have, small and big as well, it was a true manifestation and belief in the things that I was doing. So when you're doing something that truly requires you to believe in it, that is when you will realize the outcome that you seek. I think the most purposeful life is when you are impacting people. Because once again, Ubuntu is made up of multiple people that come together, and we are who we are because of others as well. And just like how you grew up and a village was used to grow you up, you should give back to your village or the environment that you come from itself. So in that particular aspect, wherever you can impact someone's life in a positive way, I think that will draw you closer and closer to your purpose. A long-term goal that I live by or would like to achieve is to connect not only Africa, but the world at large. Many people do not know what it means to have equality. And equality can be achieved through a person having access to the digital world in their back room. If they can actually send their CV from their back room, a child can do their homework from wherever they are, and being able to have the same access that privileged people do have is truly creating equity amongst our people. And that truly means giving an equal playing field from the moment you are born up until you pass on itself. That's my long-term goal. And my life's mission is to truly give an impact to each and everyone through the digital world that we give access to. So truly, in all aspects, it's important that we give equitable access in the best way possible. And not only will that allow someone to access the internet, but it gives them an opportunity to communicate and engage and collaborate with someone across the country as well. I think what I can share with the viewers of Gold is to always live by principles. Once you actually create your own principles, you are able to succeed. I'll tell you my 3 principles is to seek God's wisdom. Secondly is to get things done. Thirdly is to be a reliable person itself. Now, those are the things that give me a compass in life. No matter where I am, if I were to lose everything that I have right now, by following my 3 principles, I have something of value to give, and I know where I'm going from there on. So that's something that I hope you formulate from this day forward.
My beautiful souls, if you want to touch the past, touch a rock. If you want to touch the present, touch a flower. If you want to touch the future, please touch a life. There's so many beautiful things in the world, but not everyone sees it. I say, there's so many beautiful people in the world, but if you can't find one. Be the change you want to see. If we can help one another, I promise you, our world will be better and golden. I'll see you next time on Gold. Go forth and prosper. Go for gold.